Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam. Welcome back to our discussion on Sokkanatha Venba, verse number 2. The verse goes this way. புண்கட்டு தோலை புதுக்கி மயக்கம் உற கண்கட்டு வித்தை போல் காட்டுவாய் பண்கட்டு பூணுவேன் தன்னை இன்ப பூரணத்தில் பூண அருள் தாணுவே சொக்கநாதா. This particular verse, what we should be doing by right is, on a daily basis, when we are performing our worship, our puja, we need to keep this as a request, because this is the state that Lord Shiva has to give to all of us end of the day. The verse goes this way. We all know this body is made out of 100% injuries and wounds. How do we know that? The moment we remove the skin, we know what level of blood, what level of flesh, what level of pain we all go through. So which means what is inside this beautiful skin is nothing but wound and injuries. But what happens is we don't realize the wound or we don't realize the injury. Rather, what we simply say or what we simply put forth is beautiful skin. That's all. We only see the outside skin. If there is a burn or if there is a wound, usually what we will do, we will cover it with a bandage. What Lord Shiva has done is also the same. What he has done is the body is made out of wound, so he wanted to cover that and he used skin as a bandage to cover this wound. But what we are doing as of today, we are looking at the skin and we are getting mesmerized by this. Either we feel so happy and proud to see a particular beautiful skin, or we feel a little bit disgusting to see certain skins. What we are trying to say or do is evaluate the skin rather than the real person. Is this what real education is all about? That is what today's verse or today's thoughts are going to be for us. The moment you know Saiva Siddhanta Shastra text, Unmai Vilakkam, we already discussed this verse by verse. In that, we know there are 36 tattvams and 60 tattvihams. Tattviham is nothing but based on the Panchaputas, which is basically some mud, soil or the earth, water, fire, whatever. Each and every Panchaputa has certain tattvihams associated with that. And we all know the skin is made out of pure earth, as in silica. That's it. Even today we know that it's carbon, right? Our skin is made of carbon, silica. And according to Saiva Siddhanta Shastra text also, we have established that it is made of mud or soil. Today, when we go to certain beaches, especially if you go to Phuket, you will be able to see the white sand beaches. If you go to places like Indonesia, we will see black sand. If we go to places like Tiruchendur, we will be able to see red color sand. So when the sand is of different textures and different colors, the skin is also going to have the same kind of different textures and different colors, isn't it? Because it is also made of silica, as simple as that. But what we are doing as of today is we just get mesmerized with the outer skin rather than seeing the real inner sense, inner self. What our guru is putting forth to Lord Shiva is, Lord Shiva, I don't want to be mesmerized with all these outer looks. Can you please relieve me from this mirage and place me under your lotus feet, which is going to be the permanent happiness and blissful state. We should also be asking this as our request on a daily basis. You see, we are reading all these texts, we are going through all these kind of courses and whatever it is. But the moment when we see someone, we say, wow, they are looking so pretty. Or the moment we look at someone and say, wow, it looks so ugly, which means we have not, we are learning the text, but we are not internalizing those texts. The moment we internalize those texts, we will not be able to, we'll have a neutral stance. We don't need to appreciate, we don't need to feel disgusted, but we will have a neutral stance. This neutral stance is what makes us more matured in the path of spirituality. This is very, very important for us to understand, because the real inner sense is not what we see outside in someone. Outside, we don't care how disgusting they are, as long as we are able to see and appreciate the inner sense. That is the most important one that we are talking about. So here, Sokkanatha, the worship or the request put forth to Sokkanatha is, Sokkanatha, you are the one who is permanent in this world. There is nothing like destruction for you. There is nothing like a birth for you. You are neither born nor you're dead. You don't have a date of birth, you don't have a date of death as well. So, which means you are there permanent. One person who's going to be permanent can only tell us what is permanent. So, the skin or the body or even our minds or whatever we are seeing as of today is not permanent. Who can give us the clarity? Someone who is permanent. Not only that, he is someone who's complete. We always say, I want to tell you a 3-letter word, and we will say, I love you. Do you really think I love you is a real 3-letter word? No. All we have to do is stand in front of Lord Shiva and say, you complete me. Complete, you complete me is the real three-letter word that we have to, or rather 3 words that we have to always keep saying in front of Lord Shiva, because he is the one who is going to complete us. Complete in the sense, put us in a proper sense. If you look at the word zero, number 0, or the word O, you can't find the starting, or you can't find the ending point over there. That is the real complete. Who's the real complete person? Lord Shiva. There is no starting, there is no ending. And who can show us or who can make us complete is also Lord Shiva. That is what verse number 2 is all about. The complete person. And at the same time, the ever permanent person is the one who can show me what is permanent and remove me from all that is impermanent, which is basically all the attractions, the worldly, earthly attractions that we are getting mesmerized towards. Remove all those and make me complete in such a way that I can go back to his lotus feet, which is where I belong to, and I need to stay there forever. This is the request which comes in as verse number 2. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Nama, Tiruchitrambalam.